Okay, 2020. For those of you, there are many more songs. Just go and get the album. All this stuff is on iTunes.
Oh, everything. And every sort of digital portal.
Okay. So it's online. Get it now. It's available.
Yeah.
And sample the songs with this whole new understanding. So now you guys release this album. What happens again?
2020. One of the first things that happened, which was really good, was that Orange was coming into Kenya.
Could we leave that out?
Yeah. And so the agency through which we had done the Brookside ad 15 million years ago called and said, can we use 2020 for the Orange sort of commercial?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's great. And it was good for its time, you know. And the way they executed the video.
Was that your first sponsorship gig in Kenya?
You mean an endorsement where a song is?
Yes.
No, I'd done others.
Oh, I'd done others? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some of them haven't sort of become, they're out in the public much, but sort of that ambassadorship thing, I've done that with a couple of other songs. So actually how they executed the videos, the kind of thing that Steve and I had wanted to do, sort of those aerial shots of the audience coming from everywhere, you know.
Zunguka neni kuja nami tuungane twache kuzozana watu wa upendo hauna dui hauna kifani kaka takapata na sabate
But Steve and I, we did a good job on that with the budget that we had.
Yes.
We needed those
budget and time.
You know, yeah. So, that was cool. And Tuku, wonderful again. You know, just made himself available and just showed up. But Tuku was an interesting guy. Little anecdote about his travels in Kenya. One time he came and they were doing an Alliance Française tour, and they're going from here to Ethiopia, then Djibouti. So he's there like, so he asks, okay, will I need a visa for Djibouti? And they're like, no, you'll be fine. Ethiopia, Africans don't need a visa to go to Djibouti. So they're in Addis and they're getting onto the flight. They've just played Nairobi, going to Addis. And they're like, while you don't need a visa, you need a stamp and your passport is full. So you can't go into Djibouti.
Passport is full.
So the guy calls me up. This is like your idol, right? He's like, Eric, I need a place to stay for the night because I can't go into Djibouti. I was like,
am I seeing the right number? Is this who?
Of course.
You can have my bed.
You can have my bed. Yeah, come. So I'm there like, so he gets there and I'm there like, so I pick him up from the airport. We're just chilling out. I'm there like, but the gig is happening. He's like, yeah. I said, who's singing? He's like, there's a background vocalist in the band who's gonna sing. I said like, your background vocalist? He's like, they don't know what I look like. So a cat called Pili who was playing Tuku in Djibouti.
Well, he was here chilling with Eric.
Chilling out, you know. Anyway, fun times.
Okay.
Fun times.
So again, released the album, amazing. I remember even you and Kanji did this thing. Live at the Village, Kanji versus Eric.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
And because you've mentioned that endorsement, I remember at that time Kanji was like, Yani, Safaricom bana, just please. Eric has got something, give me something. So he sang that song, I'm Still Waiting, to copy you and Tuku.
Yeah. That was a really good song. Yeah.
It was actually a good song.
It was an excellent song.
For a freestyle total rubbish that he just made up on stage. But very funnily, I always joke with him that he got the endorsement deal after.
He did, yeah, because he's done a bunch of Safaricom ads,
you
know?
But anyway, that's him.
Yeah.
Back to you. Again, Eric, you don't stop with the albums. I just want us at least to talk about this next 2 albums, then we come into the theater.
Okay.
Again, Love and Protest. Again, very happily just chilling, going in Kijiji, sampling songs. Aaron Rimbui comes and plays this song. To me, this is my favorite Eric Wainaina song. Mariana.
Oh wow.
That version. Because you know the way you're a perfectionist.
Yes.
I've heard about you in the studio and how you you take songs through the wire.
Yeah. yes. I'm guilty of that.
Which human being wrote this song? Like Mariana, maybe it's called Mariana, but me I call it Mariana.
Okay, that's fine.
Incredible songwriting, like
thank you.
Hands down one of my best songs written by an African.
Oh, thank you.
Like it's on that level, and I'm just like I don't think that song has gotten to where it should be. I hope this advertises the song a bit more.
Well, you know, songs have a weird way of
exploding 50 years after you know,
like I mean, look at Daima, you know, 10 years after its original version, you know, the Kenya only.
Oh yes,
you know?
yes.
So I think by the way, I think I am gonna do a remake of Mariana with this is guy who sings Mariana, an artist called Angachi, and he's been touring with it, and just I saw him on NTV the other day. I met him at National Theatre. I was like, I sing your song, you know, and he played it for me on the spot. I was like, that's great. Yeah. He sent me a WhatsApp of him singing it on NTV the other day. It's amazing.
That's so
amazing
cool to hear.
You know, and so I said to him, hey man, let's track this thing. You know, it might be the push that it needs, you know, to get it out there. And so we're thinking him. There's a guy called Vinny who you met. Vinny, the songwriter that works at our place.
The guy
of Nice to Nice. The
reggae version.
Nice. Yeah.
And that will enter when we talk about your because this guy was so young, and I'm like, from your gig, I remember him. He stood out. In fact, even here's a bit of a clip of him singing at that gig. Cool. So let's talk now about Love and Protest.